Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's the man. I love that he's still a heel. Yeah, they're like, this is gonna be your last time to see him in Australia. Better come on out. Bring the kids.
I couldn't believe he
Well,
said that.
welcome in everybody to Locked On Wrestling. We're back. My name's Josh. This is Kevin.
Hey guys,
Gonna
what's
go
up?
over some backlash predictions tonight. He's got a top 5, but other than that, how you doing tonight, Kevin?
Good. How are you, man?
Living the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah.
Seeing all the
Headed for
latest here. All the rumors. Hey, we got a new
Headed for
pope. Did you see
Backlash?
that?
Yeah. First, I mean, out of Chicago, I mean, they produced a pope before a 4,000-yard passer. I mean, give me a break.
Did they really? Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. They never had a 4,000-yard passer in Chicago.
Dang, that's rough. How do you?
Yeah, not
I
even
haven't
Jim
seen the
McMahon.
movie. I know there's like a movie that came out not too long ago about like the whole picking of a pope and all that stuff that was supposed to be good. Didn't see it, but yeah, what a weird kind of process they got going on. Then they all come out there looking all lurchy. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a Catholic. I'm not into all that. So it looked like there was
Different
I've
colors,
been
smoke.
I've been to where all that happened earlier at the Vatican City. Or were you there in Italy? Did you go to Italy while we
Yeah.
were in?
Yeah.
You did?
I went to Italy a few times.
Yeah, but I remember taking the bus trip to Rome, and they like take you
Oh, yeah.
into Vatican City too, and you can walk around, you can eat out. There's like restaurants.
Yeah.
I was drinking a Heineken right there in the square where the Vatican is. So
Yeah, we
kind
listened.
of a party around there.
Yeah, we were drinking heavily, so I don't remember too much of it, but I know we were there.
But nothing too crazy in the world of wrestling today. I know Becky's getting a little seen some flack earlier about her doing a work shoot work promo on the radio yesterday or today. Kind of taking a dig at Hulk Hogan. That's how it's been perceived. She didn't use him by name, but she's doing it in a promo, so I'll at least defend her in that. But yeah, it's just that low hanging fruit of like, and then they keep putting this guy down, and you know me, I love Hulk Hogan. Like I can like compartmentalize things, I guess, a little bit in my mind. So to me, I can compartmentalize the wrestler versus the man, blah blah. Anyway, nothing's really been done by Hulk Hogan. I mean, when's the last time Hulk Hogan's really done something to warrant anything? Like this has been a few years ago all this happened, and he's been back a couple of times since then, I feel like, and didn't receive this much backlash. And it's just like a cool thing right now for the younger talent to do is just bash on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, they're all joining in. I think the thing that people got angry about was Mark Henry invited him to some colleges, like on an apology tour, and he declined it. So people got angry about that.
Well, I mean, would you want to do that either? Like, come on. All right, hey,
I probably
Kevin.
wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like, hey, whoever, we're gonna take this thing you did bad that you said that you thought was in private. You were actually getting filmed. Also, you were having sex with a woman. We filmed it. We also took it. We showed the entire universe. Now, I want you to go on a tour of cities to say you're sorry. Like, can you just really think of the concept of what they want this man to do? Like,
yeah, it's crazy, man. You can only say sorry so many times.
Like, my God, what are you supposed to do? You know?
You're supposed to get like a Lex Express bus and tour around.
Yeah. We're going to get a Winnebago. We're going to paint that sucker up any color combination you'd like. And yeah, we're going to make you tour.
Red and yellow, man.
Bend the knee everywhere you go. I don't know. I used to enjoy like a fun love and hate of Hulk Hogan for like the backstage antics. But now it's gotten where people are like viciously mad about it. Like they're going to boo him. And it's like, you're booing him over knowing that he may or may not have fucked Bret Hart over. Like, I don't even know that he really did fuck Bret Hart over. I mean,
Nobody can die.
Hulk can cry to the boss all he wants, but it's still up to the boss to make whatever decision he wants to make. So be mad at Vince.
Well,
Don't be mad at Hulk.
Brett will cry over anything. So you just give him a reason, and he'll cry about it.
That's very
did you see the way he looked at Triple H at the Hall of Fame when he tried to shake his hand? I mean, Jesus.
No, that was on stage at WrestleMania. That was the night one. Yeah.
But back to Hogan. I mean, nobody can deny what Hogan did for the industry. I mean, the guy he made WWF what it is back in the day, in the late 80s, early 90s till he left, and then he came back. I mean, he built the entertainment, man. He was the first WWE champion after it went to WWF. He was the inaugural WWE champion, which was rightfully so, because I think he carried the WWF brand to where it was in the day. So, I mean, you can't take away anything he's ever done for wrestling, but some people judge his character. They can judge that, and I don't really care what they say about it, or I don't get angry. I think it's entertaining, but some people get angry about it if you like them. I don't understand that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I get attacked, and I make a point of kind of doing it now. Any kind of time I see a post on Twitter or on, X or whatever the hell you want to call it, I make a point of like defending Hulk Hogan, because generally the post isn't saying that Hulk Hogan's done anything wrong. It's like Hulk Hogan said a guy's name wrong, and it's like everybody was so mad. He said Benjamin Shelton. What's it? I'm confused now about his name. Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, what did he even say?
It is an easy name to mess up, I could see.
He's like, he said it wasn't an apology accepted or something, right?
I think he was saying, like, he was actually putting the kid over. He wasn't dogging him. He was putting him over.
Oh.
And he just said his name wrong. I mean, he's 71. He was, Shelton Benjamin was bumming gas for his car when Hulk Hogan was selling out the world.
Right. Exactly. Selling meat out of the back of his truck from Minnesota, brother.
Yeah, brother. Like, so if he messes up a name, come on, let's move on. Like, it's just like anything Hulk seems to do that is, and okay, in those people's defense too, he kind of brings it on himself. Like this whole stupid Eric Bischoff thing that played out.
Yeah, that was sort of stupid. I'll agree with that.
Like, what is so? Just so I get it right, I'm not quite sure. Essentially, all that whole thing is they're gonna do like amateur wrestling, but they're gonna pay them to do it. Like it's gonna be paid through professional wrestling, I guess is what they're trying to say.
That's what I've heard. I've heard too, and I'm sure I've heard the same thing. And I'm sure Hogan, with his background in entertainment, he's gonna, put some sort of entertainment in the middle too. I'm sure they'll have entrances. There's got to be. There ain't no way Hogan's not gonna do that. So there's got to be. I bet you there'll be a brush of entertainment into it, but it's gonna be focused on just regular wrestling, amateur wrestling. So, I mean, I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot.
Is it gonna be on TV? Did they say, or is it just gonna be like a internet deal?
No, it's gonna be. He says he thinks it's gonna be as big as WWE. That's his vision. So I guess it'd have to be on TV to be as big as WWE or UFC. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see a Hell in a Cell or a steel cage match.
I say, are they gonna work the matches though? Or are they gonna like be all rigged? Like, are they all gonna be predetermined?
Anything when you involve money. I mean, shit. I think boxing. I mean, it's predetermined, a lot of it. So
it's just funny because you know what all this is. Like, if you've ever watched an episode of Shark Tank, it's just these people behind the scenes, like trying to come up with they have these great ideas. Hulk Hogan's got money coming out of his ears since that lawsuit, so like he's doing pretty good. And so these little companies are trying to come up and get him and invest in them. And this is just like one of those deals to me. It's like, oh man, wouldn't it be? And hey, look, I know plenty of people do dig. I don't really care about amateur wrestling, but I know a lot of people do. And hey, they may crack into a little bit of an audience there with that. But you never know.
I like to watch it when it's on.
Yeah. Oh, I'll definitely. I mean, that's gonna be much. Any wrestling fan's probably gonna at least give it one episode a shot, like, or at least half of it, like just to see what it's about.
Yeah. That's the real ones that really hate Hogan.
Oh no, those will be the ones watching all of it.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna watch all of it. They're gonna, anything he says wrong, any lie he tells, they're gonna tell us.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let old man River talk. If he's telling tales, who gives a damn? He's earned his right.
I could say one thing about Hogan is I would never doubt him, because the guy's fallen down and come back how many times? You know what I'm saying? So. Dude,
I bet Shelton Benjamin was like so excited because he was trending.
I think Shelton probably just needed some news. He needed newsworthy.
He was probably like, "Fuck yeah, thanks for mentioning me, dude. Now I'm trending." Now everybody's like, "Who? Who is he talking about?" I like Shelton Benjamin too. Don't get me wrong, but like people were acting like appalled. Like, how could you not know his name? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it ain't like he's main evented WrestleMania or something where like
Right.
Hulk would be in Hulk's peripheral of whatever the fuck he's got going on. I'd still expect him to know who it was, but he could have just slipped up on the name. Big deal.
He probably had a 6-pack of real American beer in him already, you know?
True. So anything else? Nothing else other than that, news-wise, that I see.
Not really going on.
Rikishi calls for a female version of WWE's Bloodline.
You could start that with Naomi.
The wrestling
well, Naomi is not blood, but I mean she's married into the blood. She could start that with what's her name, Nia Jax.
Here's what he says. Rikishi noted that recent interactions on screen by Nia Jax and his daughter-in-law Naomi could be a precursor to the group being formed. Asked for who could join Jax and Naomi in the stable, Rikishi named 2 other former performers. One of whom has largely left wrestling behind, and another that hasn't been seen in quite some time. I think Ava, Rikishi said. Is Ava Brock's daughter that's the GM on NXT?
Yeah. I haven't seen her in a while.
Has she worked at all on TV?
She's not that good. She was a wrestler for a little bit, but then they turned her in like a GM. But
I knew that.
I don't think she's that good, man.
She looks like a dude.
She looks a lot. I didn't want to say
it. Did.
She looks a lot like The Rock. I'll say that.
There you go. I like it. Yeah. I mean, I was polite. I mean, I didn't say nothing mean. Dude, you look like a dude. So he thinks Ava, and then why not? Tamina can come in, play her part there. Tamina is Snuka's daughter, right?
Yeah, she could be a manager.
Is he in the bloodline too? Or are we just taking anybody with olive-colored skin at this point? Like, are they actually all related? I don't feel like they are.
I don't know, man. I don't know about Tamina.
Tamina's old.
Maybe.
Old, right?
Who else are they gonna do?
Now that's it. That's his blood. That's Rikishi's bloodline. Rikishi, you are never over. That's a thing, man. Like, I'm sorry. We keep talking about Rikishi like he fucking drew money. You think he drew money? I think people were like, I'm buying this ticket right fucking now because I gotta see Rikishi. I gotta see him dance. I gotta see him.
I know.
Boring match.
People love seeing him put his big ass into people's faces. I don't know if they paid money for that, but people love that.
Yeah, that's kind of like that DX spot. Like by the time like X-Pac and all them were in there, like they were doing the cross chop. Like they weren't really in the main event scene. And I never looked at Rikishi as a main event guy. And I know they stuck him in there for a few months, but I don't know.
When they had Too Cool and Rikishi, I mean they were a top tag. You know, they were a top for a while. I mean they were popular as hell. But you know, I remember Rikishi when he fell off the Hell in a Cell. Yeah, when he fell off the Hell in a Cell in the back of that truck. But it was mostly hay. I mean, I'm sure it still was a big bump, but it was a good spot.
That Hell in a Cell spot you're thinking of, it was from Armageddon 2000. It was held in Birmingham, Alabama, actually. Here, I didn't get to go.
Did you go to that?
No, but a good friend of mine did. He was at it with his dad, but I wasn't at that one. I think I'd like quit watching for a little while or something. But yeah, that's Rikishi's thoughts on WWE creative. Let's make a female bloodline creative. Don't give them any ideas. It sounds like the way he's talking, it's like already in the works. So
I mean, it could possibly work just because of the name, you know, the last name. But they would have to do some building for that, I think. And maybe they already started because you know Naomi and Nia's already teaming up, sort of, and acting like they hate each other though.
So who are they gonna make like Rhea and Io all teammates? Are they trying to like slowly have something in place for some Survivor Series or something?
Yeah, it could be. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe by SummerSlam. SummerSlam's a few months away. Survivor Series November. That'd be a long build up until November.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty long build. And I guess you could kind of go ahead and lay the stables a little bit, but I don't think they're. Yeah. I don't think they've written good enough or are writing good enough.
Yeah.
Long-term book. I don't know because we had. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe we're missing it, but I just ain't seen it. But anyway, and I think that's about everything we're talking about on the news today. So.
For this week, huh?
Yeah, for this week. So I know we're gonna go over our backlash predictions, but first, what we're gonna do is what's the name of it again? I'll let Kevin take it. He's got a segment he's gonna go over with us here.
Yeah, we got a new segment, folks. We're gonna do this weekly, so it'll be a top 5 between Raw and SmackDown only. No NXT, no Speed, no other one. Just a Raw and SmackDown top 5. And how we're gonna judge it is it's gonna be by non-world champions, non-WWE champions, all the big titles. They can't be on it. Going to judge for Raw and SmackDown and overall performance, so including in-ring and promos. Just who you think should be on the top, heading up. We're going to call it Strap a Rocket on them. So we'll start with the inaugural list. Number 5. I'm going to say number 5 in this week will be El Grande Americano. God bless America. He's heading up top. He's a master in the ring. He has been dominated in Mexico for decades. And now he's going to make everybody pay because they turned their back on him, and he's here to make it happen. And I'm digging it. The whole head plate finisher.
Yeah.
I mean, it's reminiscent of the old Bob Orton with the cast.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's doing the gimmick.
He's shaking it. Yeah, I love it. He's doing the flying headbutts. He's suplexing people out of nowhere. He's Chad Gable, but we're gonna go with El Grande.
Hey, we don't know
Americano.
that. You don't know that. You don't know that. I'm tired of hearing it. He's two totally separate people. There's nothing wrong with a man like Chad, looking up to a wrestler, especially when the luchadors, because let's face it, he's sick of the luchadors. Chad Gable is, so it's nice to at least win his spirit back for the luchador. Someone's caught his spirit too. So I don't know where people see any type of resemblance between Chad and El Grande Americano. I mean, for starters,
maybe a tattoo on the neck, maybe. I don't know. The physique. Is it close? I don't know. Can we call it or no?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
I just don't see it in the face. I don't think he looks anything like El Grande Americano.
But stay tuned from week to week.
But also on El Grande, Conan let it slip in an interview yesterday on his podcast, Keeping It 100, that he wouldn't go into too much detail, but he did say that El Grande Americano is going to be a big part of AAA at Worlds Collide at least. But he could. Yeah, and then he asked him, "Will he ever be the AAA champion?" Talking about El Grande Americano, and he said he won't say nothing unless there's a match book. But he was being very veiled of I won't say nothing until the match is booked. So
why is he always talking like that out of turn though? It's not even in his place. This is the third time I've heard him say something where he spoiled the storylines.
Yeah, because he has and he hasn't, because we've already at least seen El Grande Americano kind of beefing right before his match at WrestleMania with Vikingo. So we've seen that. So we know that's already planted a seed there. So, but I don't know, is Vikingo a champion of any sort, or is he just one of their just top stars right now? I'm sure he's been a champion. Obviously,
I think he's been. I don't think he is right now.
He's not currently. He's not a current champion.
I don't think
so. But yeah, I could see that. I think Triple Mania is supposed to be in a month or two, maybe 2 months, 3 months. Hang on, I'm not even sure. But yeah, I
haven't got too much into AAA yet, but I'm going to start once it starts converting more. I'll get more into it.
Here in the chat, somebody by the screen name of America Lover said, "Breaking news: Donald Trump has bought AEW, and together we will make AEW great again." I think a lot more than Donald Trump.
That could be the ticket.
It might be, yeah. If he bought it, every freaking Tom, Dick, and Harry from Middle America would watch it. Nobody'd miss it, like they don't miss news stations and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I'm with you. And so 5, that's the bottom working to the top.
Yeah, I'm going to the. Yeah, you can't start at the top.
That's the only way. I haven't heard the rest of the list, and I'll go through the whole thing later. But right off the bat, I feel like Grande should be higher. But I'll leave it alone now because I don't know who else you got here. So
all right. Well, number 4, I'm gonna say Rey Fenix, another mass star. And I'm thinking later, maybe possibly down the road, you might see a Ray Phoenix versus El Grande Americano mask for mask match.
Ooh.
I'm calling it now. Calling it now.
You said Ray Phoenix or Penta?
Yep, he's Ray Phoenix. Number 4.
Think he
Uber
would,
athletic.
you think Ray
bounces
Phoenix
off
would
the
be
ropes.
willing to take his mask off?
No, I think El Grande would lose. Yeah,
Kill it.
this
The
is
whole
down the road.
gimmick. I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
would make it wait
Well, this
2
is
years.
this is when maybe on the downfall for El Grande. He takes the ropes so uniquely. You ever see him? He bounces like he goes and catches himself and like swirls himself back. I think that's pretty entertaining. Walks the ropes, old school. He can be the next Lucha Libre. I think he could pass the torch like Ray. If he steps up his game a little bit, he could, and they give him a chance. I think he could be good.
I will.
His match at Mania was A+.
Good match, especially when it got booked that morning.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
going out in Mania, and a lot of people were like, "Dang, why didn't Penta get that spot?" Penta may have got. I mean, as far as we know, Penta may have got that spot and said, "No, let Ray have it. Let Ray go." I've already been on TV, so I don't know, but I really like Ray Phoenix. I think he's going to be a star. I think things like with Penta, with Ray, with Grande Americano, Santos Escobar, we've got some good guys in there that AAA opening up and mingling in now is actually going to be a really good thing and a really cool thing. And I think we're going to see some really cool matches. And I do love the creative direction to be smart and go, we're going to make Grande a big star in how this promotion works. Because hey, exactly. It could be, you talk about your Raw and SmackDown splits, but hey, what if that starts taking off? And that's the bigger thing that people are watching.
Yeah.
And those are the bigger stars because of what they're doing. You never know. I mean, I don't know what all AAA's working with. I'm sure there's a couple good ones and then a couple not so. It'll all get blended in. But I'm excited, at least here in these summer months, to look forward to these things. Because I am looking forward to Worlds Collide.
Yeah, I like the different style of wrestling they're going to bring in. You're going to see more of it on SmackDown and Raw, a little fast-paced, athleticism, getting over that way. So I like that kind of. I really enjoyed, what do you call it, Lucha Underground back in the day. I don't know if you ever watched that, but it was pretty good. But it was only on.
Is that the promotion where Ray killed?
No, Rio was there. Yeah, I think
Rio
somebody died. I don't remember quite. No, I think it was that, but I don't know who got killed or something. Or I don't know if they got killed or injured.
Do you remember what I'm talking about? Didn't Rey Mysterio hit a dude with a 619 or something?
I don't know if he killed him though. I don't remember that much of it. But they had some stars there, so I remember. Let's go on to what are we at? 4. All right, number 3. We're gonna start with a female, and she's bad. She's back, Naomi. She's got that psychotic going for her, man. I'm all for the new music, the new look, reminiscent of the late great Owen Hart with the cautions. She's changing enough, and it's time for a change. I see that in her. She's ruthless at the top of her game right now. She's going to make everybody pay for everything that they've done to her, and you can see it every week. She's into the character a lot.
Yeah.
And I like where she's going with it. I didn't think she was going to be that good of a heel. But I'm buying it every time I see her.
Well, I can say some good things. I can say some bad things. Because good things is kind of what you said about, her voice or what she's trying to say or something like that. Like her promos being a lot better, and I will say that. And I was into her character until she came in and attacked Jade a week or so ago on SmackDown and did the awful grounded pound. And I don't know why.
I like that. I like that spot though.
I hated it.
I did. Did you?
I hated it. Like let's try to act like we're in there to hurt her.
She lost her mind. She looked like she lost her mind. Like she didn't even know what she was doing. So I was like, it was funny to me in a way because it was like, oh my god, she's completely snapping and she's not even hitting her.
Maybe that's what they were going for then because I saw it and I was like, man, what the fuck is this? Like, what are we doing? Like, okay, if she's not hitting her, then why is Jade treating it as if she's being hit?
I took
Jade
it as
may be more at fault. I don't know, but I mean, I like Naomi, and I'm not gonna. I think it's a huge possibility that she does wear gold by SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I'm not
I bet
shocked.
she does.
I don't know. Is she is not on our card Saturday though. Is she? That ain't good.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I
We've
mean,
only
still
got
SmackDown.
one, according to this, and this may be wrong. We may get a match added late, but this is only showing one women's match on the card.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Monday night you got the tag team. That's not on the.
sounds like they're trying to beef up Raw. Yeah, we got a. Oh yeah, that's right. We will add one. So we'll add a Tiffany versus.
Oh yeah.
Well, tomorrow night on SmackDown we'll have Jade versus Nia, I believe it was. So whoever wins that's going to face Tiffany at Backlash. So we will have another.
Which I say, Jade will probably win that.
You think they'll snatch the belts off Tiffany yet?
No.
I don't think they'd put it on Nia and let her run with it just because they trust her.
No, I think Naomi will ruin the match for Jade.
So you think Jade's going to get the title shot at Backlash?
Yeah, but Naomi will run in and screw Jade over. I see that build coming.
They're not done even yet. If that's where the finish goes and it's all in service of that rivalry.
Yeah, I think it works then, right?
I just hate it. I don't like putting Jade in that spot.
You know,
unless
like
we're
going in the title spot?
balls to the fucking wall, like full push. I don't know. I just don't think she's ready. I don't think she's ready to be even there, and I think there's more deserving people to be in this thing, and they don't really need the belt to work on this angle because they've been going this long already. Or hey, let's put the other belt on the women's show. Put them with that belt.
I don't think Jade could wrestle too good either, but I mean they're already.
I just don't see a Jade Tiffany match being very good.
Well, they've already wrestled once, and Tiffany looked exhausted trying to get her to wrestle, right?
So I don't know. I could see.
I think they're gonna put Jade in the picture just because of her power and her look. I mean, that's it. I don't think the women probably have a great idea of how to wrestle with her. That's for sure.
Yeah. Power move, power move. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm still looking forward to whatever happens there, though. I'm curious. I don't think Tiffany's on any kind of safety to keep her belt through Backlash. So I wouldn't be shocked if they put it on. I think Nia's I'm gonna go the prediction of. Well, I guess we can predict this because it's not actually on the show yet. But I think tomorrow night on SmackDown, I think Nia beats Jade. I think Naomi costs Jade tomorrow night, and Naomi gets it.
Oh, okay.
And Naomi, because she's trusted, she'll go in there. It'll be a safe, easy match with Tiffany. And maybe let Tiffany get another win on her. Or hey, I wouldn't be shocked to see them put it on Nia because they're like, you know what, we're not feeling Tiffany. We're gonna take it off of her for a little while, or let her go heel, let her go figure some shit. Yeah.
I think she's selling merch though. I think
Tiffany's selling merch. I like Tiffany. I ain't saying for Tiffany to leave. I could just see them not being like that's why you wouldn't go to another extreme. Like Nia's held the belt many times. It makes sense that she would. She's a big chick and all. So she's like a safe transition, you know, if you wanted to do one, you know, without burying Tiffany too. So where she comes back later, maybe takes Tiffany out. I don't know.
I'm intrigued on the whole angle though. So you know, it should be a good match tomorrow.
And with Tiffany over on SmackDown, like I don't know if she's supposed to be a heel or a babyface, honestly.
Tiffany, she's a full face. No.
You think she's full face? Because she doesn't really sell it like she is. She does the Tiffy time, but she's kind of like sarcastic and stuff. So I can't ever tell if like she's just to be good or bad. Because they all play into the crowd now, so you never know. You know, she's
a way better heel. Yeah. But that's not where they're trying to go with her. She should be a heel because she's arrogant and cocky, which you know she's naturally like that. So yeah, she don't come off as a great face to me, but her in-ring ability, she's phenomenal. I think. Number 2 on the strap a rocket on him. Penta.
Rocket.
Strap it down, Rocket, Penta. He is charismatic as hell. He doesn't even need to talk. You know, everything he says is, if he does get a mic, it's not much. So he has that charisma where you don't even need to cut a promo. He looks like a damn martial arts combat, like on the video game.
About Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. You got the Penta driver. The finisher's awesome. His timing is always perfect. He does the little dance. You know, he sticks out his tongue, takes off his gloves. He just, you know, everything you do, you're intrigued with him. You know what I'm saying? And he's a huge draw already. People love to see him. I think he's only lost one or two matches. One pin.
And
I think he only got pinned.
And I'm pretty sure they're like that, and then if he did get pinned, it was probably some dirty finish type of thing.
Yeah.
Didn't Dom beat him on Raw with a dirty finish because JD came back?
Yeah, well, Dom beat him for the title, but it was a dirty win. You know what I'm saying?
It was a 4-way.
Yeah, but Penta, he's got a lot of. He's only gonna go up, man.
And I'm with you. And kind of like what I said earlier about Ray Phoenix. Like I just like both of the guys. I wish.
Yeah.
Penta's kind of a weird character. Like he doesn't talk a lot. Obviously he can't. I guess.
I don't think he needs to. I don't think he needs to. He's got the mystique.
But that's only gonna take you so high.
You'll probably jump my ass for this, but I say he's got the mystique like the Undertaker, but not like the same.
I see what you're trying to say. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying he's an Undertaker.
You know, back in the in a time far away, we used to have what we called managers who could be mouthpieces for guys like this and could help further get them over.
Like a Paul Bearer with Kane.
Yeah, I could have a Paul Bearer with this guy walking out. Oh, Penta.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, like something to add to the guy because he can go and he can, have the crowd involved and all that. But you still at some point have to connect in some way. Yoko never spoke to nobody pretty much until they're kind of late.
Bonsai.
Kind of the end. Yeah, he'd do Bonsai, and then kind of later on he'd talk a little, but mostly he always had a mouthpiece. And there's been so many guys that had that, like you said, Undertaker, for example. For many years, Undertaker barely spoke, or you wouldn't see his eyes when he would,
Kane, for how long? Kane was years.
Yeah, Kane, same way. So, and now you don't have anybody but Heyman, so you can't have everybody that needs a mouthpiece be a Heyman guy. Braun's getting his. Braun Breaker's getting his mouthpiece right now.
Yeah, he is.
He ain't got to talk.
Speaking of Braun Breaker, to finish out the number one.
Great.
On the inaugural Strap a Rocket.
Are we number one? I thought we were we're on number two now.
No, that was Penta.
Penta was two. Who else?
Yeah.
Who was three?
I was El Grande.
Yeah.
4 was Ray Phoenix. 3 was Naomi. 2 was Penta.
Naomi, I forgot about that.
And then we're going number one.
All right.
We're gonna go with Braun Breaker. How can he not be number one on anybody's weekly list right now?
Yeah.
If they had one.
Yeah, definitely the safe place there for sure.
He's a beast. He's an animal. He's got the spears are out of this world. The intensity, everything he does is through the roof. He's got the look. Every spot they put on him, he's shining. I mean, the Steiner math is Steinering.
And he looks so much like a Steiner. I wish they just call him Steiner. I don't know what this Breaker crap is anymore. Like, let's just call him. They should have did that when they joined him. They said his name is not Braun Breaker. You're not gonna make this man look like a fool. His name is Braun Steiner, and just he's Steiner from then on out. Like, cause we all know. Plus,
everybody knows he's Steiner.
It's a good thing. It's like, why are we treating this?
Yeah,
like
it's a good
something
thing.
To be
Why are
hid?
you hiding it?
They're Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Like they put them in the Hall of Fame. It's like, why wouldn't you?
I don't know why. Why they're not.
Are you gonna hide Flair? I mean, Flair's brought more shame to wrestling than the Steiner brothers have. So, but Charlotte gets to keep her last name. She didn't get to keep her first name, I guess.
One thing I can say bad about Braun is he needs to lay off the tanning a little bit, man. He's orange.
Yeah. It may be spray tan. You get spray tan.
I don't know, but it looks a little weird. I mean, it's good to be tan, but he's a little too much.
And he's in a great spot right now. He's got Heyman. He's with Seth. He's at the top of the card on Raw. He's in the main event. He was immediately in the main event two nights. Actually, hell, every Raw, I guess, has been with him going, with Seth and Paul leading the charge in the main event picture. So he's already, shining there. Curious what they're going to do with him now I'm curious to see where Seth or really the Heyman family is. Where are they at when it with Backlash? Because they're not really involved in any of these angles that we can tell, unless we do get a random Uso title defense. Or I don't know.
Well,
I find it hard to believe they're
sometimes
keeping him off the pay-per-view.
yeah, I don't understand why, but like I said, Backlash is just a few matches, and there wasn't many stories built for it. So,
But hey,
I mean,
speaking of
I think
which,
the matches will be good. But...
yeah. Speaking of which, we can segue into our Backlash predictions now.
Let's do it.
And I don't know. I feel like when it's Thursday night right now, so and then obviously I'll clip this for YouTube, so I don't know when you'll see it, but this is basically the 5 matches we got to go off of as it stands Thursday night at 8:24 Central Time. So if they add something on SmackDown, which they're like we know of one they're going to.
Yeah,
we'll throw that in for now. We'll just go ahead and throw it in. We'll start off with that. So we just talked about it a little bit. WWE Women's Championship champion Tiffany Stratton going to be taking on the winner of either Nia or Jade Cargill on Friday Night SmackDown. So we'll get that match tomorrow night. But so go ahead and let us know who you think is going to win.
Yeah.
So
like I
how
said
do you see
earlier,
this even playing out at Backlash too? Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with Jade to win the #1 contender. So I'll say it's going to be Jade versus Tiffany. I see Tiffany retaining, probably by a disqualification. I think Naomi will interfere and cost her the title. I think they're going to keep the title on her through SummerSlam, at least till SummerSlam. I think she's selling a lot of merch. The crowd loves her. She's over as a face. She's a good-looking girl. She can wrestle in the ring. There's no reason to take the title off her so soon, because I think she's performing. So either way, even if Jade loses and Nia wins, I think same thing. I think Tiffany retains either way, but I think the match will be good.
Yeah, and so I kind of am going the same, but in a different night. So I'm thinking we're gonna get. We said it here earlier, but I think we're gonna get Tiffany versus Nia at Backlash. I think Nia's gonna go over and become the #1 contender on SmackDown because Naomi interferes and costs Jade the match in the #1 contenders. I just can't see them putting that on their PLE, Jade and Tiffany right now. I just don't think Jade's good enough to be in that spot.
We got a wild card of Bianca because she was getting booed by the audience. You see that? WrestleMania time and everything.
Bianca
the audience was actually booing her. Yeah.
Well, I think she was playing. I think she was playing a little heel in that match too.
Well, I wouldn't say they wanted her to be a heel though. I think it sort of came off because she didn't want Rhea in the match because she was the #1 contender. But I think it sort of came off that way, so she sort of had to play it. But I don't know if they really wanted her to be a heel. Because I don't know if she can be a heel, but I hope she can. Because I would like to see her try it.
And I'm going to go ahead and make my first upset prediction on the card. I think Nia Jax is going to defeat Tiffany Stratton.
No way.
For the WWE
You do?
Championship. I do. Yeah, I got a
Holy
feeling.
Shit.
I got a feeling. I'm playing. I'm not betting on anything. Like I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
But that's where my gut's telling me to go right now.
What's the finish on that?
Nia squashes her a couple times. Maybe you get a run in. I don't know who. Or
screw Tiffany over.
Or Charlotte returns fucks Tiffany over, and then Charlotte gets her match with Nia, and Charlotte beats Nia for the belt. So she doesn't bury Tiffany, and you can have a rematch with them later. But
is it just me, or did Charlotte
wrong.
look bad? Yeah, that's a prediction. Eh?
She didn't look great.
Is it just me, or did Charlotte look bad in the ring with Tiffany? Or is it just because Tiffany's so young and fit?
I know a lot of people didn't like that match. I didn't think it was as terrible as people made it out to be.
I liked it.
I didn't think it was bad. I don't think it was the greatest.
I think Charlotte is starting to look old, not just wrestling. I'm talking physically.
I mean, she had that bad knee tear that's maybe messed with her psychologically. She's had another divorce, and her dad's a fucking lunatic. I mean, she's got a lot going on. But
Really?
I mean, I didn't think it was a bad match at Mania for real. I know a
Oh,
lot
I
of people
like.
hated it. I think people wanted to hate it more than
Yeah.
it was actually bad. Um,
I think it had a good
She's a
build,
victim,
and it
man.
got personal. I was intrigued watching that match.
I feel like unless something changes and she, does something different, it's like we're watching Charlotte stay with it, living long enough to be the villain, like staying around long enough for
Yeah.
the whole crowd to fucking turn on you. Seems like it happens to everybody in wrestling. They eventually just
Oh
overstay
yeah, it
their
does.
welcome, get booed,
Right.
and
Right.
then we miss them. They go away and they come back. Oh yeah, we love you again. 5 years later.
Yeah.
But
John
nobody gave a
Cena.
shit about
I
Cody
wanted
Rhodes
him
before
gone
he
for a while.
left. Nobody,
I still don't.
Cody Rhodes. All they want to talk about him, like nobody gave a shit about Cody Rhodes when he was before he left the company that time. Nobody gave a fuck.
No, nobody cared.
Nobody
No,
cared.
you're right.
Like, and then now when he leaves, and he all of a sudden everybody cared. Like, oh, he deserves more. And they did it with Dakota Kai. We talked about it last episode. Like, Wahoo says, like, I'll give Cody credit. He went out and did something, and he is 100% to blame for his success, though. Like, he didn't do shit. He figured out another way of doing it and reinvented himself. But it doesn't take away from the fact in my eyes, because I knew him. I've watched the kid's entire career, essentially.
Yeah. Right.
Kid, he's my age or a little bit older, but I've watched this guy's entire career, and at that point, man, nobody gave a fuck, and they really never gave a fuck before that. Slightly when he was with Orton and DiBiase, they cared.
Evolution.
Yeah, the second cut, the Legacy or whatever it was called, and
Oh yeah, the legacy. Legacy, not
but
evolution.
after that, in those years, nobody cared. So Cody did it, but that's why some of these others don't.
Right. You're right. Yeah, you got to go out there. If you leave WWE, you got to step your game up and try to get back or get to the big time again. He did.
And I don't think they fired him. I think he would have stayed forever. Honestly, he'd have got a job because he was Dusty's son in some capacity.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he just didn't. He I think he refused to re-sign. So then he went on.
Yeah.
Went on the indies and all that horse shit. But I've just never been a huge fan of his matches. Never been a huge fan of his. I find the man to be disingenuous. I don't like. I see he's on my wall behind me with that poster, but I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I guess because I think he's an awfully booked babyface right now. He's not on this card anywhere. It's just like
he is where he is because
Peely.
His dad. If he didn't have his dad, it's hard to get to that spot when you're.
Yeah, but I don't even want to say that. When it comes, I mean, he obviously was good with his money for a long time. When his first ride through WWE, because his dad had already passed away by the time he did the AEW stuff and started doing all that. So, I mean, I'll give him credit. He as far as that goes, he worked his butt off there. But it's just him as a character I don't like. Him as a person I'm fine with. It's just him as a character I don't like. Like, his whole character sucks. And then they book him sucky too. Like, I hear it a lot. Like, he got fucking bitch slapped by a rapper, a small rapper at that. Then the said small rapper comes out and screws him in his match at WrestleMania, which makes him lose his WWE championship. And he never has gotten he hadn't even shown back up on Raw or SmackDown to be like, hey, I had a problem with that. I didn't appreciate y'all coming over there and doing that. Like, he hadn't even had nothing to say. He ain't said nothing on social media. It's just like, what are they doing? Is he just not going to be the face anymore? Like, because he's buried. Like, what are you doing? And now and I'll slip this in. This is in the rumor mills. That planned one of the main events of SummerSlam, because we'll get two this time. One of the main events is going to be, and I think we've talked about already, maybe, is Cody Rhodes and Travis Scott versus John Cena and Travis Scott versus Cody Rhodes and Bad Bunny. That is a fucking.
I hope not.
And it's got a lot of traction. I've been hearing it a lot.
Really?
That is that is going to be a possible match at Mania. All right, SummerSlam.
I'm pretty sour with The Rock right now about that whole final boss angle, man.
I don't know if we get any Rock by SummerSlam. I don't know if he'll show up for something.
Uh, yeah, I'm not too intrigued with that match, so I hope not.
I'd love to think Rock is such a genius that he didn't show up to WrestleMania just to get heat for the Final Boss character, knowing that people would get mad and boo when he came out.
Well,
Like he's trying to play us, but they're not that smart though, so that's not what it is.
he went on ESPN the next day and told everything. It was so stupid.
Said the show
Couldn't believe
sucked.
it.
He fucking said they couldn't sell tickets without him.
Yeah, they called me. I thought of this Final Boss gimmick. I was like, you know, you had everybody on this gimmick. They were loving it.
Got
And
me
then
on the
you
bat
just
phone.
sold yourself out. I mean, it was bad, man.
Yeah, I mean that was fucking hilarious. But anyway, yeah, I just went on the diatribe about Cody, but I don't know, just not a fan. You know, I'm kind of just, it's because I'm scanning this card and I just don't see any. It's like a fucking Raw. Outside of the title match, I guess it's just like an episode of Raw or SmackDown.
I'm really interested in that the Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. title. Yeah, that'll be a good match.
So the next match, so we'll keep it moving. That's gonna be next, but I guess the first match of the night is gonna be Dominic Mysterio versus Penta for the Intercontinental title. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Dom. It's a tough one.
That's a tough one when you really say it out loud, huh?
Yeah, because Penta, you know, he's beating people 4 against 1. You know, people are running in the ring. He beat the whole Judgment Day last week. You know,
he's like Andre the
kept
Giant.
coming down. Yeah. So, but I just can't see Dom losing that title so fast when he's worked so hard to earn it. You know, he's wrestling every week, 4 or 5 nights a week when they were doing all the house shows, and he's never took any time off. He has great matches. You know, he's over
the
as
women
hell as
over.
a heel. Yeah, I mean, it would be a shame if they took the title off him so fast, but I would not be shocked if Penta won the title back. I wouldn't be shocked, but I'm gonna go with Dom by some sort of interference. It ain't gonna be clean.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they'd be pretty stupid to take the title off of Dom so early.
The only way I can see him losing is if Finn Balor finally turns and screws him over. Because that's been hinted for a while. You know, he's been pissed backstage and acting like everything's okay. Then the next minute he's mad again.
But AJ's already asked for a match.
Yeah,
I think he's got dibs after. Are they actually booked for Raw or SmackDown next week? I think
I just
AJ may be
checked Raw,
booked for an IC title match on Raw, right?
The only thing booked for Raw, which right before we went on air, I checked and it was Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez and Julia. That was the only match advertised on their site.
Okay.
So
I thought I know you know, AJ on Raw Monday did that awful promo in the backstage when he walked in and made no
that promo
sense.
was so bad I didn't even
He was like,
I couldn't even listen to it.
He was confused or something, but
Yeah.
I thought they said something or I read something where that's going to be a match on Raw. But it may be whoever wins Saturday against him or something. I don't know, but he won't. Right. He's in the. They're throwing AJ in there because they don't know what else to do with him.
Yep.
They don't know what to do with anybody on this roster. It seems like outside of maybe 2 or 3 people. But next match. So I took Dom as well. Going back on that. So I'm with you on that. I could totally see. There's definitely going to be some kind of interference. Dom doesn't win anything clean.
Barely.
I'd be really upset.
I think he won.
I won't be upset, I guess, but I'll be like, oh, like if they took the belt off of Dom. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be.
Yeah, you'd kind of kill him, and yeah, if you did something with him and Finn having a rivalry, fine. I don't care about Finn Balor. I haven't cared about Finn Balor in a long time.
Yeah, well,
I kind of think Dom is above Finn Balor.
I think Finn's been booked bad. I mean, the guy can still wrestle. He's in fabulous shape. I don't love his voice, but I don't. That's just me personally. Like, I can't stand the way he sounds. But it's just the way he sounds. No, it's not that. It's just the accent. I don't know. I can't stand listening to him. But maybe I can't stand listening to him because he don't make any sense when he talks. I don't know. but I don't believe him, I guess. But he's a hell of a wrestler.
I just don't care about Finn. I did when he first hit the scene, and I enjoyed him on NXT, and then he came over and they pushed him to the moon, and then he got hurt, and kind of after that they never really gave him much of a shot. But really, he's just kind of this shuffled mid-card guy that I don't care about that much, and I've never been a big. I don't think he has bad matches, but I don't know. He didn't seem believable to me. Unless maybe he's just not in there. I don't see him with the right people. I don't know, but I think Dom is a little above him, honestly.
He hasn't been in the main event since the Universal inauguration with Seth Rollins.
That's been a decade.
Yeah. Right.
We're going on 10 years. That was 2016. My daughter was an infant. She's 9 years old. Yes. I remember my daughter was an infant and watching that with my ex-wife.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it happened like 2016. I want to say that was like the night after Raw, or like the first pay-per-view after Raw, or after Mania that year or something, when they did the Universal Championship. It was sometime in 2016.
He hasn't came out as the Demon in a long time.
He don't do that anymore. He's just boring, and
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's the crazy thing. They get these guys at the top so young, and then it's like he's still got plenty of tires left on plenty of tread left on the tire, and it's like, what the fuck do you do with him? Like, but we need to do something else, because this isn't whatever. Like, this Judgment Day thing needs to die and go away.
Yeah. Well, the Judgment.
So I'm
Day
hoping, even for a guy like Finn, maybe this AAA thing can be a good thing. Maybe it's gonna be an avenue to ship some of these guys away and bring somebody else up for a little while. And they're all still making money. Yeah. They're all still working in front of WWE or big AAA crowds,
He could draw down there too,
Oh yeah, and AAA is only gonna be they're gonna be the biggest promotion down there within the next year. They're gonna have it, if not sooner than that. They may already be.
Yeah, I think they are already.
Well, this other one, CMLL, is supposed to be bigger, but it won't be for long once WWE gets their hands on it and the money on it.
Yeah. Right.
AAA is gonna be huge down in Mexico. So it's a much different partnership, as you can tell. It's not even a partnership. They're buying them. So this is gonna be like WWE Mexico, essentially.
Right.
Except they're gonna have way more avenues on business and way more avenues on certain stuff than they do with like Europe and stuff when they try to do
how much more money they can pour into the production and everything,
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be insane. So
yeah, the ticket prices are gonna skyrocket.
So really, that whole IC division, kind of, which I guess it's fitting, Intercontinental, but it'll be. I could see it playing out a lot through AAA stuff, the IC belt, especially if Dom or Penta hold it. I think you're gonna see it pop up with AAA stuff. But anyway, moving on. So the next match of the night is gonna be that Fatal 4-Way you brought up earlier. Jacob Fatu, the champ. This is for the U.S. Championship, by the way. Jacob Fatu is our U.S. champ. He's going to be taking on LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre in a Fatal 4-Way. So who do you got for this one?
This is a lot harder than I thought it would be, because I think there's a very good chance that Solo accidentally costs Jacob Fatu the title. But then again, I think Jacob is such a beast, he would overcome it maybe too. So
I don't think that happened. I'm going Fatu's going to retain.
You're going Fatu?
I think Solo's definitely going to be involved and do something, but I don't think it's going to cost him yet.
It's going to happen sometime.
It's eventually
going to be tomorrow. But is it going to happen tomorrow, or is it going to happen in a month or two? And you see them splitting, because they're already giving you ground.
They'll be split by Mania, or they'll be split by SummerSlam, and their blow-off match will be at SummerSlam. You'll get Fatu versus Solo at SummerSlam.
I think I'll go with Fatu also. I was thinking about Drew, but I don't think
we still got Backlash, and then we'll have a Saturday Night's Main Event here at the end of the month, which they treat. They like to treat like a mini pay-per-view a little bit.
Yeah, right.
So there's plenty of opportunities for a lot of this stuff to play out too. Because I'm with you. I think that split's happening, and I think it's happening to build a match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'll go with Fatu also on that one. But it's going to be
shocked to see Solo beat Fatu. He's the one that Solo beats him and wins the U.S. title at SummerSlam.
If somebody helps him,
I'm booking
like,
it all the way out.
a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people help Solo. That would have to be, but
It's so weird, man, the decline of Solo, because they booked him like a beast coming in, and now he's kind of a chump.
He's got a baby face. It don't help him, you know. He don't have the look of a bad guy.
Really doesn't. So who do you got? Who do you got winning then? If you think Solo's costing him, who do you think's taking it?
No, I think I'm gonna go with Fatu. I think
Being retained. I just can't see them taking the belt off him that quick.
Yeah, I think it's too quick, but I see it happening soon though.
Who do you think should lose their belt first? Fatu or Dom?
Probably, I would say, man, I'm gonna say Fatu because of Solo.
Fatu.
I think they gotta set maybe a singles match at SummerSlam between them two.
Do you think same thing? Solo Fatu at SummerSlam.
I think so.
I don't know where Drew goes in all this, because I like Drew. I'd like to see him win a championship. Granted, I think it's bigger than the U.S. title.
Drew's been booked so bad, man. Drew's been booked so bad.
I don't know who he pissed off, dude.
He had that title run the whole time of COVID. He didn't even have an audience, and then right when the audience came, he lost it. I think Drew's great. He's great on the mic. He's great in the ring.
He won it back for 5 seconds.
He's got Oh yeah, at Mania, right? Last year.
It's been brutal since.
Yeah, he's been and he's putting a lot of people over, you know. He's putting a lot of people
really
over.
Good. I thought that Punk feud was good. But since the Punk feud's ended, Punk, shot up to
they haven't done much
main
with
event.
him,
Drew hasn't.
Yeah, they haven't done much with Drew, so I mean, I hope they start to build Drew a good feud for SummerSlam, because he deserves to be in a match at SummerSlam.
Drew's a guy more than anybody on the roster right now that's a victim of John Cena being there.
Good point.
Not that he would have the title match, but I could see him be in the shuffle for it. People
he's not even
were
in the
digging
shuffle.
Drew. He's not even in the shuffle right now, so I don't know. Maybe he could be the one that wins the Money in the Bank. Maybe. Now that popped in my head. He's been He's been playing this Mr. Disgruntled thing for a while too, so he could be the one with the Money in the Bank and stuff.
That would be good. Money in the Bank will be good this year. I know it won't be Otis. He won it once. But...
It ain't gonna be Otis. Next match on the card, one I was not wanting to necessarily see. I'll probably enjoy it, but it still pisses me off because I think it's beneath Gunther, but it's gonna be Gunther versus Pat McAfee. This grudge match of sorts.
I'll say Gunther wins by a bloody pulp. He's gonna make a statement, and he's gonna come out of that match smelling like $1 million. If they don't do this, if they freaking let Pat McAfee beat Gunther, you're ruining his whole character, man. You're just burying. You might as well just freaking dig his casket and put 6 feet of dirt on him.
He's the second burial talk we've talked about tonight, because here's how I think it happens. I think it's just like you said, Gunther beats McAfee to a bloody pulp. I mean, McAfee may get a little offense in, but Gunther beats him down good. And in for the save is the rumored Goldberg. Goldberg's going to come to the ring. He's going to spear, jackhammer Gunther, and Pat McAfee in the Crimson Mask is going to crawl and throw a hand over, and they're going to give 3 for Pat. It ain't going to be it ain't going to make Pat look good kind of win, but it's a win for Pat, and Gunther still loses. But it's because Goldberg interfered. That's what I think happens.
I think it's way too soon if you're thinking that for SummerSlam or Money in the Bank.
And I think out of any match on the night, I'll say that, because there's only 5. Any match on this night, I think that one's got to have color. I think you got to really get over that Gunther's a bad motherfucker and he splits his wig.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make sure because everybody knows Pat's not on Gunther's level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if this is some traditional match with a traditional finish, and they put Pat over.
I couldn't even believe they had him tap out. That didn't even make him look good when they had him tap out at Mania. So, I mean, if they have an announcer beat him.
College Game
Well,
Day
he beat
host.
Austin Theory,
Could be.
right? He beat Austin Theory.
Yeah, I think he beat Adam Cole too, didn't he? I don't know if he beat.
I mean, who? Adam. Oh yeah, Adam Cole. Oh yeah, I think they had a match, but it was a long time ago. I forgot all about Adam Cole.
Everybody does. Anybody that goes to AEW gets forgotten about outside of 200,000 people.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
But
moving along to the next match, our next title match on the night is going to be for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be Lyra Valkyria as the champion coming in against the man, Becky Lynch. We talked about Becky a little bit earlier in the show with her Hogan exploits. She's really trying to get this heel character over. I'll give her that. I still don't understand why she hasn't become a Heyman girl. Think about the T-shirt money. I'm a Paul Heyman girl. They look just like the other ones, but the guy, but it's his girl. Man, they'd sell out like hotcakes. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But besides that, this is a popcorn break. I don't care. I think they're gonna use this to get this Lyra girl over. I think it's probably gonna end in a DQ. I don't think they make either of them look bad, but I think it ends in a DQ because Becky does something she's not supposed to. Could we see a run in? I don't know. We'll see.
I think it'll be. I'm gonna go with Lyra for the win, and I think that's gonna be because Bayley screws over Becky. Because Becky was talking a lot of shit the last 2 weeks about Bayley, how she's taking out the trash because Bayley's been trash for her whole career. She didn't deserve WrestleMania. I'm the better choice. Blah, blah, blah. Bayley hasn't been seen. It's a good spot for Bayley to come in. Screw over. Maybe they have a match at Saturday Night Main Event, May 17th.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what other women are even in this technical division that Becky's wrestling for the IC belt. Is she a little above the IC belt? Why would she care about winning the championship?
But something she hasn't done yet. You know, it's a new belt. She's done everything else. That's the little angle they've been playing because Lyra was the first, inaugural champion, and
shows you how much
she wants to take it from her. Yeah, well, that's a little angle they're playing for that. And then she's been putting. For some reason, she keeps mentioning Bayley even past WrestleMania. So I got to think that Bayley's got to have something to do with this.
Do you think Lyra's going to win with a Bayley run-in?
Yeah.
I could see that. I think I'm gonna go Lyra by DQ.
Okay. No
I don't
title
know if
switch.
that would.
Neither.
Yeah. I think Lyra still leaves with the belt.
Yeah. It could be a DQ. I'll go with a pinfall actually. I think Bayley's gonna really nail it.
I'm gonna hope Heyman runs down and helps Becky. Or
That would be
and
nice.
Braun come in and help her win.
I would like to see that actually. Yeah, they need a woman, and everybody knows Seth and Becky are a couple. I mean, you never had it on screen yet, so it'd be a good time.
Yeah, why not? Perfect timing.
Yeah, great.
Well, this brings us to our main event of the evening. We'll have the undisputed WWE Championship on the line with champion John Cena taking on Randy Orton. It is we'll see how this goes. I don't much care. Again, another feud with no storyline. Essentially, a couple promos back and forth. They just went on what I did for the fans, what you didn't do for the fans tirade. I honestly don't care. The only reason I do care is because it's John Cena and Randy Orton. I do want to see how it plays out. I think Cena gets the win here. Not sure how. Hopefully not with the help of Travis Scott. I think
I swear to God,
anything.
Music hits again.
I think maybe R-Truth. I think R-Truth does a run in. Yeah. Because we saw, do you remember on SmackDown, I think it was a couple weeks ago, we saw R-Truth in the back a couple times, and he still thinks Cena's the greatest thing ever. So for whatever reason, I think it's going to be seen that Cena's going to maybe, play mind games with Truth, or Truth's going to run out trying to help his good guy friend, thinking Orton's the bad guy, because Orton's always been the bad guy too, right?
Yeah.
into the little simple R-Truth brain. So I wouldn't be shocked to see like something stupid like that, like R-Truth coming out to help Cena. Because why did they show him on 2 different spots speaking?
I think it's just a backstage.
Just for pure comedy reasons.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna put R-Truth in the title picture, but I mean, stranger things.
Just for a run-in. I mean, you know, just maybe as a favor. I don't know. That's my long shot of the week, I guess. Is saying that R-Truth's the
I would think it's funny. I would think it would be entertaining, but I don't think Triple H would do that. But I wouldn't mind seeing it. I think it'd be funny, but I don't think that'll happen.
How much longer has R-Truth got? Let him get in there.
Guy looks like something. He looks 30, but he's like 55, isn't he?
Like 100, I thought.
Yeah. But I'm intrigued by the match, probably just because I grew up watching both of them. I mean, it's 2 mega stars that you're never gonna see again. So I'm just gonna sit back, relax. I know Orton's not gonna change titles. I would like to see Orton win, but it ain't gonna happen. There ain't no way they're turning Cena heel. Win the title at Mania and then lose it the next month. There's absolutely 0 chance of Cena losing the title.
I'm standing on it. He doesn't lose the title till Survivor Series.
Yeah,
he may not even lose it then. I know they're doing a Saturday Night's Main Event. It's supposed to be his last match. He's on network, so he may lose it on Saturday Night's Main Event in December.
There's rumor that there's going to be a pay-per-view called Ruthless Aggression in December.
Yeah. Right now, it's showing, according to the schedule, it's showing a Saturday Night's Main Event that month, too. So
yeah.
That as well.
So I think it'll be a good match. I think Cena will do something probably illegal, behind the ref's back or something, because he's the heel. But I know Orton will carry the match because he can wrestle better than Cena. But Cena's gonna retain. I hope it's not by Travis Scott, but he's gonna retain it. And,
do you think we get a run-in from Travis Scott? You don't think so?
I don't think so. No, I think because the whole Final Boss thing is gone, or at least the way he said it on Sports Center or the Pat McAfee show, it's gone. But I don't think so.
I hope The Rock's gone, but
yeah. I would say that the match I'm most looking forward to is the Fatal 4-Way, though, because I think that could probably steal the show, that match.
What if Cody shows up this match? Think we could see Cody come back and get involved here?
It's a possibility, but I don't think he decides the ending. I think Cody might be gone for a little bit, taking a break.
Rumored that he's going to be at SmackDown, not tomorrow night, but next Friday.
Next week?
That he's supposed to. It's rumored. I don't know if anything's official with that. That's just something I heard.
Yeah, so I think
it'll be a pretty
be
good show.
Pay-per-view.
I mean, it should be a pretty decent pay-per-view. Like I said, it could be a Raw, but if they overperform, that's what we want to see. So, definitely not the same level as a Mania, as we know, but it could be good. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm on. Also, if anybody's in here listening to us, I'm going to be doing a live stream throughout the whole event, so you'll be able to catch the audio if you're not able to watch. At least be able to hear the audio here through the live stream as I watch and react to it in real time, and then we'll be coming on right after that to talk about the fallout of all of it following the pay-per-view. So I don't know. I don't think your call, but we can skip SmackDown. I mean, we can watch it, but we can skip the review. Or what do you want to do tomorrow night?
Up to you. We can do a quick review.
We'll see how we feel tomorrow.
Or we can go on before the pay-per-view the next day and review it real fast, or whatever you want to do. I'm available. A quick update on SmackDown tomorrow. It's going live from Dayton, Ohio. Number 1 contender, Nia versus Jade, and then you got LA Knight and Priest versus Fatu and Solo. And of course, Cena's advertised.
Cena's advertised.
We got a little a tag team match. We'll see how Fatu and Solo coexist.
Yeah, we'll see Cena come out and talk for 30 minutes.
Yeah, you'll get Orton and Cena for 15-30 minutes.
Doing a contract signing.
We'll yell at. They didn't say that. No, it wasn't. It just said pretty much just advertised Cena. I didn't even mention Orton, but I know Orton will be there. But yeah, it'll be some fireworks for that.
We talk a lot about the promos and how they do these promo battles every week. That's like the only time to me where a promo battle should ever happen is at the contract signing. Anything else should be physical, or you're saying something on your interview spot, and then later in the show there's a retort, or there's the interview spot, and you go back to the other guy, not standing in the same ring every week. You know what I mean? Like that's just
like the older
format.
superstars. That's pretty much what they do. Like when you get a Roman Reigns or you get a John Cena, you get them on the show every week. They're not wrestling. They just advertise them. They don't wrestle no more. Back when we grew up watching it, you would get freaking Undertaker and Kane versus Steve Austin and Triple H on Raw. Just crazy.
Oh, yeah. Get a Hell in a Cell match on Raw, cage match.
Yeah,
on Raw.
I mean, all the guys work like hell.
All Scout Anywhere.
Not now.
Yeah.
No, you don't get that. So.
Stone Cold would wrestle a match on Raw.
Rock.
You never see, like you said, you never see Roman wrestling on SmackDown or wrestling on Raw.
No, not anymore. Very rare.
Cody
occasion.
will. He still would sometimes.
Yeah.
Not that much.
No. So that's one thing I don't like about the new wrestling, but
yeah.
Back.
And there's we got more time than ever for it.
Yeah.
We used to have like an hour of Raw, dude. That when I first started watching it, Raw was 1 hour. It didn't even go to 2 hours until like
when it first started.
97 maybe.
Yeah, when it went to Warzone.
Yeah, because
the second hour was Warzone.
Because that was one of the things that WCW one-upped WWE on right out the gate when they started Nitro, is that Nitro was 2 hours.
Yeah.
So Raw was a year. Like I said, it was like 1 hour for like a year and a half, 2 years when I first started watching. I didn't start watching until like late 95. Well, I watched a little bit before that, but I was really young, so I couldn't like remember much. But since I've kept up with it damn near all the time since, or had a somewhat of a, in the Navy it was kind of hard, but like you'd have a finger on the pulse a little bit of what was going on as best you could.
I remember when me and you were watching the Navy. We were out to sea on a deployment, and we were watching a match, and we seen Dolph Ziggler come down, and we're like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Remember that? We're like, first time we seen Dolph Ziggler, we're out to sea. I remember that shit.
Well, anyway, that'll be it for us tonight, guys. Appreciate y'all coming in. If you did, be sure again to hit that subscribe. We're at over 200 followers now. It's pretty cool. I know it's not much, but it's cool. So we appreciate it. Cool for us. Let us enjoy it. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, like the channel, and we'll see you either tomorrow night or Saturday. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
All right.